Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to this new build series for the Boeing B-17G Flying Fortress. Okay, so the sprues have all been washed, they've dried, and they've all been primed, and so on. So we can now get to work on getting getting the plane built. So this is all. So the first. But this first part is all to do with getting the cockpit built. Okay, so we'll see you in a moment. Okay guys, well, we need to get the cockpit floor all painted, so we'll get that all done. Get this out of the way a minute. As I say, the sprues have all been painted anyway, have been primed anyway, so that just to make sure that the painter's got something to stick to. Right, there we go, that's that one out of the way, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, we need to paint this bit now as well, so we'll go I'm just having a look at the instructions to see where. One that's it, I think, because I think there's this one that needs to be painted as well, so we'll just get that one. I think, yeah. So we'll get that one all done. And we'll start with get the dark earth in as well. careful not to. Need to have a steady hand for something like that. There we go. Right. Now we can make a start on this one. Okay, there we go. Right. So this is all just dry fitted though, because I've not glued it in or anything, but it does seem to work okay. So we can now get our plastic magic, and we can just put some and then just leave that to dry, and that will be the first step done. Okay, and now we can concentrate on step 2 and actually getting the rudders on. So okay, the rudder pedals on. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I forgot to mention that there's a tiny little decal that needs to go on here on the side panel that we just painted up, and it's this one here. So what we'll do, I'll switch over to the hyperlapse, we'll get it on, and we'll also paint up some of the other bits that we need to get painted up as well. So be back shortly. Okay, well, you can just see here, there you go, you can just see there that I've just dry and fitted one set of rudder pedals, so, and it seems to have stayed put. So we can now put our plastic magic. Yeah, that seems as if that really does the stuff, that really does what it says on the does what it says on the bottle. In this case, nearly said it does what it says on the tin. So right, let's get the other one on. Okay, and so let's. There we go. Right. Okay, there we go. Right. Just push that in, and then what we've got to do now. There we go. That's the rudder pedals in. Okay. Right, this bit here was came in two halves, and I've just glued it in. So what we can now do, I just needed to see it. I can get it just. Just need to push that in a bit. Whoop. Okay. And once again, we get our plastic magic. And then we can. I'll touch these a little bit where I've not painted. Off camera. Okay, so I'll get them all done up and so on and so forth. Okay. Well, next up is getting the control columns all painted up. I'll just move that out of the way. It's getting all the control columns all painted up, ready for gluing together. So let's get that all done. See you in a moment. Okay guys, well I've managed to try and get the control columns all glued together. The trick is now to try and get them in. So what we'll do, there's a bit of glue that needs to go in there. There we go, there's one. This one will be a little bit easier because I can see what I'm doing then. There we go, that's the control columns all in. Okay. Okay, well the next bit, the next parts that we need to get together are the parts for the pilot seat. And which, these two bits here, plus also 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Okay, but there's a couple of decals that have got to go on to the actual seats, so be back onto the hyperlapse and we'll get these bits painted as well. So and also the seat backs as well, they've got to be painted up as well. Okay, so let's get on to the hyperlapse and we'll get the decals on for these. Okay, I've got the first two parts for the pilot seat, for the pilot's seats off, and I'm just looking around for the, there we go. So we're going to get that all glued in now. There we go, that's that one. That's that side in. I'll touch up the bits where I haven't painted. I'll touch them up with a bit of paint. But in the meantime, we want our part G-17 and G-32. So okay, and here we go. Now this is I can always touch up with the bits where well, I haven't painted, so I can do that in a bit. Right, let's get some glue onto that back part. Well, I'm going to leave that to dry, and I'll get the other seat all sorted. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Right, well, they've got the pilot's seats all in, but they were a bugger to get in, to say the least. So what I've now done is that we got the right hand side of the cockpit now all put in, so that's all, but that's not glued in, so we'll get some glue in there. So that's all done. Now we're on the verge of actually putting the cockpit together in now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get part F3 off, and F16 as well. So but F3 first. Okay, so be back in a bit. Right, these two bits have got to go onto the cockpit. Okay, so this should go like so. And we've also got to get the decal on for the decal for the control panel as well, so that's got to go on. Okay, so back over to the hyperlapse and we'll get this video finished. Okay. Well, that's it, guys, for this part. That is just the start. I mean, as I say, the pilot seats were a bit of a bugger to get in, but but that's it, really. I mean, I've done the best I can, and next up is the Bombay. Okay, so but also at some point I want to do a sort of a behind the scenes video, because I've got plans for the next year. Okay, I want to move. Really, I want to move out of here because I'm in my living room at the moment, and I want to move into what is my bedroom. Get that all converted into a small studio, because at the moment my bedroom's looking like a bomb site, looking like a bomb city, and so I want to basically move into there, get the bed out, move it into my brother's bedroom, and convert my bedroom into a small studio for doing all my model making and video editing, that kind of stuff. So I'll probably do a video on that anyway. So but anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Why don't you? And leave a comment as well, and we'll put the Bombay on for part 2. Okay, so we'll see you then. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.